Alright, we're playing Pixelborn. This is version 1.7. We imported a bunch of Disney Lorcana cards. Playing a steel Amethyst deck. I do like to start with Captain Hook and Eric, just to have, because they both have challenge. So it's good for board control. Befuddle is good for sending like Simba's back. Friends on the Other Side is one of the best songs in the game. We might use Pascal as something that we can ink on our first turn. We have Sergeant Tibbs going into the Inkwell. Develop your brain. Okay, so he's not going to actually play any character, which is fine. I like this dog, Cerberus, for turn 5. We're gonna go ahead and ink. Actually, you know what? We might actually ink Donald Duck here. 4 ink is just kind of high for right now. We're gonna start off with Captain Hook. When he challenges, he gets +2 for his strength or attack. Tinkerbell is kind of nice to keep for turn 6 or turn 4 if you can shift. Okay, we have 2 Pascals here. This Grandma Tala will go back to her ink after it gets knocked out. We're going to... We could befuddle this. Yeah, I think trading into any 2 ink card is a pretty good trade. Then we're gonna ink a Pascal and play a Pascal. And Hook is gonna go for 1 lore. Again, there are so many different options each turn. A lot of it has to do with how you play your cards, obviously, but what you do first. We're gonna have to ink something. Thinking we might need to ink the Tinkerbell, since we don't have a little Tink. Ink her. I think when we just play Friends on the Other Side, just so we use up our ink here. Get a Befuddle and a Grab Your Sword. We're gonna ink both Pascal and Captain Hook. Blue is mana ramping here. Getting a bunch of mana, ink. Okay, he plays Aurora, 2 Auroras, which for a 2 ink card that can lure for 2, that's actually a very good card. Wow, I think we should trade out into Mickey. Actually, I'd only take 1 damage. We'll knock out his Mickey. We do need to ink something. We might want to befuddle something back. We're gonna play the Queen to the Inkwell. We have 4 mana. We could play 2 Erics. I might want to do that. So we can, if they decide to quest next turn, we could knock them out with our 2 Erics. They might knock out my Captain Hook, which is okay, and make them vulnerable to the Eric. Pascal gains evasive if there's other characters on your side. This Maleficent is super good. A 5 ink card that can quest for 3 lore, 3/6 body. That's a very strong card. And then we have Flounder here. Oh, they do quest the 2 Auroras, which I was kind of hoping that they did. We're gonna play the queen here. Or actually, you know what? We're gonna put the befuddle here. I really want to get my Cerebrus three-headed dog out. This is a very good defensive and offensive character. We're gonna have Prince Eric. He actually gains +2, which makes him a 3/3 when he's attacking. And what's good is that he's still gonna need to knock out my Erics. These guys are not exerted, so we're just gonna finish our turn by questing. Now we're at 6 lore, which is a pretty tight game. I would say I have pretty decent board control. He is winning the ink game, but that's expected with blue. Hades is dangerous as he can knock out card and put it into my ink. So that was a very, very strong turn. 7 ink card. Oh, we did get another Cerebrus. We do have a grab your sword. We don't have any 3 cost characters, but this would do 2 damage to all his characters. I like that. Before we do that, it's probably best we put out a strong Cerebrus out here. Cerberus. I can't even say his name. Cerberus? Cerberus. Okay. We could knock out his Flounder. I'm gonna use Hook to take out Flounder. Because Hook's already damaged. And, debating if I want to put the Queen in the Inkwell or not. I kind of want to play her because she has some draw abilities. So, again, Prince Eric gets a +2, which gives him a 3/3. We're going to take out Maleficent. Again, such a great 5 ink card. We still have Cerebrus, so Pascal has his evasive ability activated. Hades is a 3/6 drop. We have Maui coming in. Can't do anything with Rush since none of these guys are exerted. Part of learning Lorcana is kind of knowing, like, instead of calling it strength, attack and health, you call it strength and willpower. Instead of mana, it's ink. So you gotta kind of learn the vocabulary for the game. Let's see. Kind of in a pickle here. This would help. Ursula's Cauldron is good for, like, looking through your deck. The top 2 cards. We do 5, and then Pascal goes into Hades as well. And would basically, he'd basically be top decking. Maui is going to have to run into Cerberus. That's okay if Pascal sacrifices himself to get Hades out. I do want to play the Queen. See, Maui's gonna need to Reckless Rush into Cerberus. So that would do 5 damage to him. We don't have any more inkable cards, but it's important to get the Queen out so I can get some more draw power since he's top decking right now. We have a Simba coming out. 4/6 body, 3 lore, which is a great card. Okay, let's see, what can we do here? We could actually, for And then the 2 would actually knock. That would actually knock him out. And the queen would survive. So let's go ahead and put this in the inkwell. We're gonna play the cauldron. And it's for free every turn now. So this is gonna be the card that we would get. The top of our deck. I think evasive is good, but I kinda would prefer Kristoff, because he can lore for a little bit more. We're going to not have her sing the song because we have enough ink. Actually, I could draw another card. And we would get Kristoff, right? Let's go ahead and do that instead. Instead of... Yeah, let's go ahead and draw a card. Get Kristoff. I kind of want him to play another character, then I can get more usage out of Grab Your Sword. And then we're going to have Kristoff come into play. So we're hoping this guy quests for 3. I want him to be exerted here. Oh, I didn't see this Maui coming out of nowhere. That was a good Maui right there. Shoot. Let's go ahead and see what our next card would be. Okay, so we do have another Grab Your Sword. We do have Tinkerbell, which I kind of would prefer Tinkerbell. He's very close to winning, but he's really exhausted his hand. This would take out Maui and do 2 damage to Simba. We could go ahead and do that. We're just gonna play the card regular. We're gonna play Aladdin. He's gonna get to 17 if he exerts. We do have Tinkerbell coming up. I think the safest thing to do actually would be to run into him. That way Tinkerbell can for sure knock him out, whether he quests or stays ready. A lot of thinking goes into this game. Even though he's up in lore, once I play this Tinkerbell, that knocks off Mufasa. I'm gonna use the Cauldron, it's the same card, friends on the other side. See, he thought he was safe. He thought he was safe, but good thing with Steel is that Tinkerbell can do 1 damage to his whole board. That's why I had to sacrifice Kristoff last turn. If I play Aladdin, if I quest Aladdin, Flounder might trade into him. I guess that's okay, because we're still getting that 2 lore. We want to slow him from getting any lore, so yikes. This accelerates the lore that he's getting, so he's gonna go for 2 more lore here. Yeah, this is a dangerous item card. Before we do friends on the other side, we're gonna want to check the top of our deck. I do like this Captain Hook. We're gonna play friends on the other side. Okay, so we have a Maleficent coming in and a Captain Hook, which will help us catch up in lore. I think I'm gonna have to. Ooh, yikes! I gotta take out the Flounder here. Let's see. If I go for 2, 4, I'll be at 13, and then next turn I can get 2, 4, 5, 6. 7. So that would actually be possibly getting to 20. So he's gonna need to have his flounder rush into probably Aladdin, which doesn't allow him to quest here. Because if he quests here, good thing he didn't have anything like rush or something like that. It looks like Aladdin actually decreased one of my lures, so I can't threaten 20 right now. But he knows I have a lot of characters here that can quest for a lot. He's gonna push and get to 18 here. This is Tinkerbell's other ability is during your turn, whenever this character banishes another character in a challenge, you may deal 2 damage to chosen opposing character. I could befuddle his flounder, but what I think I'll do is, before anything, use Ursula's Cauldron. This would actually get me another card. Let's think this through. How do I play this? I'm thinking Tinkerbell takes out Flounder, does 2 damage to Aladdin. That clears his board. And then I get 2, 3, 4, 5. I kinda just want to clear his board. Neutralize his threats right now. I like Tinkerbell running into Flounder and doing 2 damage to Aladdin. I like that. It just clears the board. I should have enough to win the game here now. Yeah, I can't really think of anything that would be in his deck. Okay, he plays a Jasmine. It's not enough because it has to dry, and he's gonna go ahead and forfeit. That's victory. Again, this is Pixelborn. We're playing Disney Lorcana. I kind of want to make a blue steel deck, I think, or maybe even a blue amber deck, sapphire amber deck. That might be kind of fun. What's cool about Pixelborn is that you can see your whole deck, take cards out, look through all the cards in the first chapter. I like probably my favorite color right now is Amethyst, the purple deck, because of a few cards. You can do an Anna Elsa thing, you can do a Mickey Broom thing, you do have some evasive here. A lot of them have this challenger effect. I think all the Maleficents are good. A 1 ink drop that does 2 lore is really good. Same as Lilo and Amber. This card is in almost every Amber deck. Amethyst deck, because not because of its stats, but because when you play this character, you may draw a card. So any draw power is really good. I love Amethyst because of the draw power. Rafiki, even though he's not inkable, the fact that he can rush and say like a Simba is a 2/3, he can rush in, knock it out, and still be alive, which is good. I don't really use the wardrobe. I see people using wardrobe just for its like tankiness of 4 health. Smash wouldn't be able to kill it. The Queen is pretty viable because in the late game especially, you can like draw for a card, which again, draw power is it's a very useful mechanic. I don't see people using Sven. Tinkerbell, anything with evasive is viable. I see people running Ursula to decrease people's lore by 1, and she has such a high health that she's hard to just have characters like get to challenge her so many times. But I don't really like that she's not inkable. It's like really late game. Zeus is a good rushing removal type of card because he rushes in. He has +4 attack, so he's a 4/4 when he comes in, and then he can quest for 2. The only downside is he has 0 when he's exerted, and he's not inkable. Still yet, the fact that you can do 4 damage to a character that turn is pretty useful. Let's see. Friends on the Other Side is in every Amethyst deck for sure. The best song, in my opinion, because if you have a 3-cost card like Maleficent or Rafiki, you can play this for free and get 2 cards for free. That's so useful. Befuddle takes away any card that is 2 ink or less, which is I like that to slow them down. All 3 items are useful. This one, even though it's useful, I feel like it's sometimes hard to sacrifice 4 ink unless you're like later on in the game. But again, anything with draw power, this gives a character rush. That might be good with red ruby cards. And then we have all the cards here. And then, yeah, blue is really good for ink ramping. This bell, for example, I need more bells and Rapunzels in my regular decks. And then we have steel. I feel like Captain Hook is a really good turn 1. Aladdin is a really good turn 2. He's not that useful here. I like Hans because he can deal 1 damage to a character when he quests. And Tinkerbell has gotta be one of the best super rares. Look at all these. She can shift, she comes on turn 4. Solid stats. Deals 1 damage, AoE, and then like you saw, took out that Aladdin, that extra 2 damage. Such a good card. Whole New Road gives you a brand new hand. We have Fire the Cannons, Grab Your Sword. Smash is one of my favorite steel cards. Let's see what else we got here. I don't really use this that much, but it can be very useful just to ping that extra 1 damage when you need it. Anyways, that's a look at my Amethyst steel deck. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys.